Welcome our friends from Twitch. Hello friends from Twitch. Again, this is a 45-minute Express Yin Yoga class. It's all levels, so if you want to modify, if you don't want to do something, if you want to skip something, please, please, please listen to your body. My friends on Twitch, I was just telling everyone on Instagram that I'm sorry that I'm late, but I was really sweaty and I had to change my shirt. At least I'm honest, what can I say? So we're all going to get started coming onto our backs. If you want to play some music on your own, you can. I'm not going to be playing any music, but please feel free to play some on another device if you're doing this on your computer. I find it works really well if you actually play Spotify at like 50% level and then you have me coming in through that music. It ends up mixing really well. All right, guys, so let's all go ahead and get started on the mat, coming onto our backs, and just start to settle in. Maybe you have pets at home too that will come and greet you as you start to settle in. Maybe you close your eyes. And just start to scan the body. Maybe noticing anywhere that feels tight, anywhere that feels sticky. And overall, just observe the whole body. How do you feel today? Do you feel tired? Do you feel energized? Can you pinpoint what that feeling is? Can you name it? And just start to become aware of your breath, counting the length of each inhale and the length of each exhale. Not changing your breath in any way, just noticing. What's your breath's natural rhythm? When's the last time you thought about your breath's natural rhythm? Let that count go. And just start to become aware of your head and the top of your body. Noticing any areas of tension in the forehead, in the scalp, the ears, and the face. Is your brow furrowed? Are you clenching at the jaw? And can you find ease? Maybe release a little bit. Moving down to the shoulders and the upper back. Maybe noticing any areas of tension and see if you can soften. Softening through the chest, in the middle back. Softening through the belly, in the lower back. Can you release the hips? Release the glutes. Releasing the quads and the hamstrings, letting them be heavy and soft. Softening through the knees. Relaxing through the shins and the calves. Letting the ankles be heavy, the tops and bottoms of the feet be soft. Let the whole body feel heavy. Let the whole body be soft. From here, lift the arms up and over for a nice big stretch. Slowly starting to wake up the body. And start to draw the knees into the chest. Give yourself a squeeze. We're going to take our breathing exercise on our backs today. So plant the soles of the feet on the mat. Maybe place one hand on your belly, one hand on your heart. Maybe you soften your gaze or close your eyes if that feels good to you. We're going to move through 3-part breath. So what that looks like is on the inhale, you'll fill up through the belly first, then the chest, then the shoulders. And on the exhale, you'll release from the shoulders, the chest, and then the belly. So we'll take one neutral round of breath to start. Inhale, fill up. And exhale, let it go. And begin. Inhale, belly, chest, shoulders. Exhale, shoulders, chest, belly. 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 Good. Inhale, belly, chest, shoulders. Exhale, shoulders, chest, belly. Last time. Inhale, belly, chest, shoulders. Exhale, shoulders, chest, belly. And let your breath return to normal. Maybe your arms come alongside the body. From here, draw the knees into the chest and slowly rock yourself up and over into a nice tall seat. Hello. So we'll move into our first shape together. We have puppy pose. So for puppy pose, we come onto all fours and keeping the hips stacked right above the knees, we walk the palms forward as the chest sinks down and the forehead comes down to the mat. And we stay right here. You can always bring the chin to the mat for an increased sensation, an increased stretch. You can also take a blanket or pillow and place it underneath your chest for a bit more support. That's a really nice option. But whatever you choose, start to settle in. Maybe you close your eyes. Really noticing where you feel this the most in the body. Using this time to observe. Where do you feel the tension? Where do you feel the tightness, if at all? Maybe you have a really open upper back. Kudos to you. Maybe you feel this more in your shoulders. That's okay. Wherever you feel it is okay. And it might change Day to day, it might change moment to moment as we hold this shape. Give yourself the flexibility to go through those cycles, to go through all the stages. Notice if the face is clenching, if you're furrowing the brow, or really gripping in the jaw. Can you soften there? A few more breaths, a little bit more opportunity in the shape just to sink a little bit deeper, to release a little bit more. And slowly start to lift up and out of the shape, moving through all fours. And from here you have an option. You can lower down onto your back for puddle pose. Same as Shavasana, we come there in between each shape in Yin Yoga class. Or you can take it on your belly. You always have the choice. I'm going to take this one on my belly. But you can take it on your back if you'd like. Arms can come alongside the body. And you can even create a little pillow if you'd like. And we come to puddle pose either on our bellies or on our backs in between each shape to enjoy what is known as the rebound, that sensation of our connective tissue moving within the body back to its original location. And so what that might feel like to you is a sense of warmth, a sense of tingliness. Maybe it's just a sense of relief. And whatever it is, I want you to use this time to observe the sensations of the body. If you really focus, you can feel those subtle movements of that muscle fascia, that connective tissue that supports your muscles, your bones all day long, moving back, stretching. It's pretty cool. The whole focus of Yin Yoga is that connective tissue. That's why we hold shapes for so long, to give the connective tissue the at least 120 seconds that science says it needs to fully release any tension. The yoga is just a nice bonus. And 2 more breaths. And when you're ready, slowly find your way back into a seat. Moving on to our next shape, we have my favorite forward fold, if one could ever have a favorite forward fold. Mine's caterpillar. At least in the practice of Yin Yoga, I have a favorite forward fold. So for caterpillar pose, if you have a towel or a bolster or block that you like to sit up on to elevate your hips, you can use that. I don't, and this is a props-free class, so I would be a liar if I provided you a not props option. So if you're with me, no props, no problem. Take the back edge of your mat and start to roll it up just like if you were rolling your mat at the end of class. And you're gonna roll it up, 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 about halfway. And what this does is creates a nice little shelf for you to sit up on. So just lift yourself up and on top of that little elevation you created for yourself. Boom, now your hips are elevated. So from here you might need to move any flesh out of the way, really be able to sink those hip bones down, feeling nice and steady in this shape. From here, you should feel like you're able to lean forward slightly with really little effort. You might need to adjust to get that sensation. Place the hands alongside the body. Relax the toes. Let the spine curve as you drop the head down. Bring that chin to the chest. And here you stay. The goal being simply to release, to let that spine curve, to let that head sink further down. It's a passive shape. We're not actively doing anything besides actively letting gravity take over. And the more you relax the head by drawing that chin to the chest, the more you will feel this in the spine. And just breathe. Settle in. If this is a particularly uncomfortable shape for you, that's okay. Use this as a time to acknowledge that and to focus on your breath as you sit with that sensation of being uncomfortable. Right? Often this practice of Yin Yoga is uncomfortable. And if you're finding it very comfortable, then you can adjust your shape a little bit. You should be trying to find that edge of comfortably uncomfortable. It's a place that you have to think about staying in. You'd rather not be there. It's a big, deep stretch. But you're okay. You're not in pain, you're just in discomfort. And there is a difference between pain and discomfort. Notice if you've clenched up in the lower body. Release the knees, release the glutes. Soften the face. Notice if the body started to open up. Maybe you can try and walk those hands a little bit further, finding a new edge, that new space of being comfortably uncomfortable. Maybe you refocus, drawing the chin to the chest.
About 1 more minute in this shape. A little bit more opportunity to sink down. Maybe you refocus for this last minute or so. And very slowly start to lift up and out of this shape. Lower yourself off of this little shelf that you created. Let the mat go all the way long. If it was rolled up, remove any props out of your way if you use them. And this time, everybody, lower all the way down onto your back for puddle pose. Using this time to observe the spine. Feeling that rebound sensation. How does your spine feel? And from here, lift the arms up and over. Nice big stretch. And then roll over onto your left side, the more restorative side of your body for fetal position. And from here, gently press up and over into a nice tall seat. Moving on to our next shape. We have fire log pose. I laugh because it's either a total favorite or like, no, I don't want to do it. I get extreme reactions when I teach class. I personally really enjoy this shape, even though it is quite challenging, just for the record. So for fire log pose, we start in a nice seated position. We're going to take our left foot and place it with the shin parallel on our mat. All we're going to do is take this right foot right over top so our feet are parallel. Now, if you're like most people, or you're like me, you have this giant gap of space here. This is totally okay. It is such a myth in the yoga world that you have to have these two things touching. You don't. If you're uncomfortable with it, you can always place a pillow or 2 pillows or 3 pillows, a rolled up blanket, a block to fill up this space, but you don't have to, and I'm not going to. So from here, we move forward by bringing our hands in front of us. And all we're going to do is walk the hands forward until we feel a really deep stretch in our hips. And so that might even just be up here as a seat. This might be enough for you. It might be all the way down with your belly resting on your shins. There's a really wide range of mobility in this shape specifically. But once you find where you need to be, drop the head down. And you'll notice as you walk the hands forward, this space between the knee and your foot, right, that we were so concerned about, naturally gets smaller. And you breathe. And settle in. Feeling this deep stretch in the hips. Can you soften in the shoulders? Can you let this be about the lower body? Consciously sending those shoulder blades down the back. trying to create space between the ear and the shoulders. It's hard. We want to clench up. But remember, no amount of clenching in the upper body, the face, in this shape is going to take away that sensation in the lower body. All it's doing is adding tension that really doesn't help at all. So you might as well try and ease it. Try and soften. We've been here for about a minute. You might have noticed that the body's already started to open up. Maybe you can walk those hands forward a little bit. Maybe you just simply refocus, knowing that we're not here for forever. But how can we use this time that we have here usefully? And from here, slowly start to rise up. Taking your time. And all we're going to do is switch out our legs and move to the other side, placing the opposite the opposite leg on the bottom, the opposite leg on top. Notice the side might feel really different. For me, it tends to be my more open side. For you, it might be your more open side. It might be your more closed off side. That's okay. So once you're where you need to be, start to settle in, walking the hands forward again, dropping that head, and finding the shape on this side. Notice if your body's already started to open up. Can you sink a little deeper? Walk those hands forward. Drop the head down. Refocusing. Relax that upper body. Let it be about the hips.
A few more breaths on this side. And slowly start to rise up. Release the legs. Ooh, that's a doozy. And start to lower down onto your back for puddle pose. Taking your time getting there. Settling in to enjoy that rebound sensation. Closing your eyes. Really noticing the hips. Noticing how you feel after that really deep shape on both sides. Maybe start to lift the arms up and over. A nice big full body stretch. And when you're ready, roll over onto your left side, that more restorative side of the body. And gently press up and over into a nice tall seat. So for this next shape, I want you to find a wall or any vertical surface. So I have a wall super handy behind me, but if you need to get up, move, drag your mat to go find a wall, please go ahead and sorry about that, my friends on Twitch. Thought this battery would last the whole time. It did not. All right. That's okay. So, back to the wall. So we're coming to the wall. We're going to do legs up the wall. What this is going to look like, you're going to snuggle up nice and close to the wall. And you're going to start to turn your body towards the wall as you lift your feet up. Lower your back down. And you settle into rest upside down, just like this. A really nice supported inversion. The spine should feel nice and long, nice and supported. You should be able to relax the legs, let them be heavy. And just take this moment to let your body rest upside down. It's super good for the circulatory system to do this. And settle into this shape. So you're welcome to stay right here through our Shavasana time. Or if you're ready to settle into a regular Shavasana shape, start to draw the knees into the chest. Give yourself a little bit of a squeeze. And then roll over. And start to move into your Shavasana, that final resting shape. Legs and arms extended long. Remember, you can always stay in that inverted shape as well. It's a really nice option. But I'm feeling a regular Shavasana today. And start to settle in. Not worried about the time. That's on me. You just enjoy. So you're welcome to stay in Shavasana as long as you'd like. But if you're ready to move on with your day, go ahead and lift the arms up and over. Take a nice full body stretch. And when you're ready, roll over onto your favorite side, resting your head on your upper arm just like it's a pillow. Taking a moment here just to pause. And slowly rise up and over into a nice tall seat. Eyes closed, hands at your heart in prayer. We end class together with one breath. Inhale, fill up. And exhale, let it go. Bring your hands to your forehead and bow forward, sealing your practice. Thank you guys so much for joining me today for this 45-minute Yin Yoga class. Again, my name's Sandy. If we haven't met in person, these classes are for free. They're for you, your friends, your family, so please share them. I upload them to Twitch, to YouTube, to my Instagram TV feed after the fact, so they're here to stay. Again, they're for free, but I am accepting donations on behalf of the Humane Rescue Alliance, our local animal shelter in DC, where I got these two kitty cats that made guest appearances in class from, and on behalf of the Yoga Heights Teachers Fund to support yoga teachers who lost a significant portion of their income due to COVID-19. Always welcome for feedback. If you guys have any, I would love to hear it. If not, I'll be seeing some of you hopefully 8 a.m. on Friday for an all levels flow class, or maybe on Saturday at 10 a.m. Via the meow.dc feed. It's a charity class to raise money for the Humane Rescue Alliance. I'm partnering with them to host a special class. All right, guys, so please enjoy the rest of your day and take care.